So hello everyone, welcome back to the channel again. And in this video, we'll create a image search engine application. So we'll be using clip models basically. So the functionality will be like if we have a database of multiple images and we want to find similar image using a query, we can use that. So for example, if we have a database of multiple images and we want to find images of dog, we can issue a query like dog image or something like that, and it should return image is corresponding to a dog only. So we'll be using clip models here. So clip is basically clip stands for contrastive language image pre-training. So it's an efficient method of learning from natural language supervision. It was introduced in 2021. So in summary, if we say clip is a joint image and text embedding model trained using millions of images and text pairs in a self-supervised way. So this means that it maps both the text and images to the same embedding space. So for example, an image of a dog and the sentence quote unquote an image of a dog would end up having very similar embeddings and be close to each other in the vector space. So this is very significant as you can build many interesting applications with such a model. It's not a generative AI model, but it's mostly used for calculating similar embeddings for image or text like that. As you can see, I'll be using this OpenAI Clip BIT Large Patch 14 model here, and I am using Hugging Face Transformers library. And for the vector DB, I will be using ChromaDB. So again, vector DB, why you are using is since we will be using vector search. Vector search in a vector database, it's just a process of finding the most similar items to a query by comparing their vector embeddings. So we'll first calculate the embeddings of the image and store those embeddings in the vector database. And then when we'll be using vector search, it will be using it will calculate the cosine similarity between multiple items in the vector database, and it should return the top results matching with our query. Vector database I'll be using ChromaDB, and these are some supporting libraries like Matplotlib to just visualize these things. So if we come to the code walkthrough, you can see I have this directory defined here. So this is basically in the same directory. Here I will be downloading the model, and this is the model name OpenAI/clip BIT large patch 14. And these are from transformers. I can use clip processor and clip model. Clip model is basically the model instance. We'll just pass the model name here, and this processor will be used to pre-process the images or text here. So first of all, to calculate the embeddings, we'll be first using this pre-processor. This will basically just pre-process the image. We have defined it should return tensors, and then again we'll be using the model.get image feature. So whenever we want to get the embeddings for an image, we'll be using this get image features and pass on our input, and it will return the embeddings. Now this will return a list of PyTorch tensors. So we will just take the first instance of it. This will be again a PyTorch tensor object. So when we are when we will be storing this tensor, we have to convert it to Python list. So this is just a supporting function. We'll take this embedding sensor. You can see we are checking the data type here. Then we are just converting it to a list only, Python list only, simple Python list. Same whatever we are doing for image, same thing we'll be doing for text as well, but instead of get image features, we'll be using get text features. Now the next thing is ChromaDB. So we'll be using ChromaDB is basically local only. See here I am using persistent client just to keep it persistent. Otherwise you can just use it at a runtime only. That also you can do. And here I have created a collection called image embeddings. It is just kind of a database name. And get or create true means if it will create if it doesn't exist. So initially I'm just checking the count. So I'll just run the code. I'll run these two things. So since I have this model already downloaded in this directory, it will not download, it will use the existing one. But if you don't have it downloaded, initially it will download it. Now I can run these functions as well. Sales, why it is not running? Okay, it is not. Now I'll run this ChromaDB as well. As you can see, I don't have any item stored first of all. Now to store the images initially, I have all the images collected in this images folder. I'll just loop through all the images here. This is just a function. I'll loop through all the images here. So here what I am doing is, in this images directory, I am looping through all the images. If the image, if the file is an image, I'm just calling this function store image in DB. Now what this function does is, it will load the image, get the tensor object, and convert it to a list. All these are initially we have defined above. Then we are just storing it. Now when storing, we are just storing the image path, embeddings, whatever embedding we have calculated, just some metadata, some random metadata, whatever you can use. I am using nothing here actually. And the ID, this is a unique ID of that image. So if I run it, you can see, okay, this is just to display. I am using matplotlib here just to display the images. So I'll run this cell. What it will do is, it will just loop through all the items inside this images directory and calculate the embeddings and store it in the ChromaDB. So I'll execute it, and let's wait for it to complete. Okay, so now that all the images we have stored perfectly, we can cross check the count now. So I'll just rerun this block. You can see we have stored total of 96 images. So now what we'll do is, we'll just test it. So what we can do is, I'm just using a sample image here. If I run it, you can see this is the image, test image I am using. And again, the same thing I am doing. I'm initially displaying the image, then loading the image, calculating the tensor, converting to a list, and I'm just printing the shape over here. Now if I just test it, what I'll do is, whatever the embeddings I have calculated here over here embedding, so what I'll do is, I'll just collection.query. This collection is the ChromaDB collection. On top of it, I'll just issue a query. Now query embedding is the new embedding which I want to check. This is the embedding I want to check, and I want to return top 3 results here. Now whatever the results will come, I'll print it and display the display all the images. So if I execute it, you can see this exact same image I am getting. This is the same exact image because the distance is quite similar, and these are some similar images of buildings. So same thing I can do with test as well. So if I had some sample images of mushrooms. So what I'll do is, for test also, my query text will be mushrooms, and for the same text I will calculate the tensor and the corresponding embedding. And since the variable is same, I'll just use the same query, and if I execute it, you can see I am now getting the images of mushrooms only. So I can change it to maybe something like train. Let's see train how it works. Okay, now if I test it, you can see this is the train. Okay, this is not a train, but it looks similar to train, so that's why it is coming. It's not 100% perfect, but it is quite good, and it's obviously not for production use, but yeah, it's good. So I think that's it for the video. In the next one, we'll probably build an application around it with UI, and maybe try to fine tune it. Let's see. Thank you.